Alright, Shalom. This brother Karasi down here off the GMS Atlanta camp. Back here with the lesson. Before I get started, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Rakak Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule and teach well. And peace and safety to the Akim that's around the four corners of the world that's pushing out this truth, giving all diligence and putting their lives on the line to do so. I just here with the lesson going in on the topic of, basically recompensing good for evil, because at the end of the day, we are the ones, that carry the light in the midst of the darkness, in the midst of this darkness. So, without us, the world, without starting with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, the world will continue, to be darkened, through the wickedness that Esau has pushed out. But it's imperative for us, to shine our light into the world, and basically carry some sort of professionalism according to the scriptures, and carrying yourself in a professional manner. Not being angry or evil, on your everyday walk, being spiritual when you're out in the world, praying, and many other sorts of acts that you can do, while in the world. But it's just important, that you carry yourself according to the truth. Because, matter of fact, I'll get that as well real quick. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 15. It says, "For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion." So at the end of the day, it's not up to us who the Lord will save and who the Lord won't save, man. It can be a enemy, or someone who you thought, that was an enemy unto you, that can very well come into the truth, man. At the end of the day, we just don't know. That's why it's important to carry yourself, and shine your light amongst the world, and not be angry, 24/7, man. This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 21. It says, I'll start at verse, verse 19, verse 8, Salakia. Romans 12 and 17, it says, recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. So just because someone, did an evil act, that doesn't mean that you retaliate by being carnal, man. Of course, we throw up the curses, by all means necessary, but still, that's being spiritual, man. Throwing up the curses is being spiritual, because at the end of the day, it's left up to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah whether that curse will be carried out or not, man. It says, verse 18, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. So that's, the scriptures tell us to live peaceably, man, not, just going out and gathering up enemies, just everyone on your job don't like you. That's not what this truth is about, man. We're Yahweh Shai called us, to seal the 144, man, 144,000. It says, verse 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. So the Lord, the vengeance is all to the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. He's just using us as a vessel. So don't take this truth and act like, basically giving all credit to yourself. You know, the Lord has showed mercy upon us by giving His truth, and it's just as quick as He gave you the truth, He could take it away by how you act, man. You know, carry yourself with some sort uh be the light unto the world, man. You know, it says, verse 20. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. You know, and what's the saying is big in the world? Hey, kill him with kindness. You know, that's how we are, man. You know, hey, you meet a man of the Lord. You know, hey, if you come across the apostles and elders, man, those are some of the most liked men in the world, man. You know, they have a glow about themselves. You know, of course, someone may be stern and austere. You know, and strict. But hey, some of the men of the Lord, man, are liked, man, by many. You know, carry out conversations about various amounts of things. You know, it says, be not over, verse 21, it says, be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. You know, because, hey, at the end of the day, it's not up to us who's going to be saved, man. You know, we just have to continue to do the work that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah has told us to do, man. You know, this is, I just wanted to get an account as well, you know, on, the some of the miracles and how, you know, the scriptures speak on us getting spiritual powers. Hey, we're going to be doing spiritual powers on people who haven't heard of the truth before, man. You know? So, hey, that's another reason why we must carry ourselves, carry the light in the darkness of this world, man. You know, because we don't know who we're going to come across, man. You know, this is, I want to get a quick precept before I bring out that account. This is John chapter 3, verse 17. It says, for the Most High sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Verse 18, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High. Verse 19, it says, and this is the condemnation, that the light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than the light, because of their deeds were evil. This is the point. It says, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. You know, so hey, if you if you're doing, you know, the same evil deeds, you know, as a wicked person is doing, hey, what's the difference? What different are you between you and that sinner or that evil person, man? It's no different, man. That's why I read in Romans, you're not supposed to basically recompense evil with evil, man, because that basically is no different. You know, you're acting just like them. You know, hey, it says, I reread that again. It says, verse 19. It says, and this is the condemnation, that the light is coming to the world, and that men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. You know, so hey, it says, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light, man. That's a sign of us, shining our light unto the world, man. You know, that's why, hey, and I just wanted to do this lesson as well. It just shows how the spirit is continually growing, you know, each and every day, each and every minute, each and every year. You know, the Lord is gearing this thing up. You know, so hey, that we can be made blameless in this thing, man. You know, because right before, you know, I've been in the truth for a very short time. You know, but right before I came into the truth, hey, the spirit wasn't the spirit was way, you know, more hard and more stern, you know, on as far as the highways and byways, you know, amongst the people that walked by, you know. But now it's just strictly edifying, man. We really don't. I'll say this for you know, GMS Atlanta, we really don't even get scoffers that much, man. You know, we mainly get people who have sincere questions, you know. So hey, this is just a sign that's showing that the spirit is quickening, man. You know, so we have to continue to abound and to grow with the spirit, or you'll get left behind, man. You can't be out on the highways and byways, you know, prophesying like it's 2006, man. You know, because the spirit has shifted, man. You know, and you have to keep up, man. You know, we're here to like John 3:17 said, hey, Yahweh Shai didn't come to condemn the world, but to save it, man. You know, that's what this thing is about, man. You know, and I'm gonna close off with no, two more precepts. I wanted to get this account in Acts. This is Acts 5. Salakia. Acts 5:15. It says, insomuch that they brought forth the sick into the streets and laid them on beds and couches, that at least the shadow of Peter passing by might overshadow some of them. So this was after you know, Ananias. I'm pretty sure brothers are familiar with this, but Ananias and his wife, you know, gave up the Holy Spirit because they lied to the disciples and ultimately to the Lord about how much land that they sold. And believers, you know, once it happened, a multitude of believers started to come, you know, and Peter, I believe it was Peter and John, started coming and doing miracles, man. You know, and I'm gonna just continue to read. It says, verse 16. Well, I'll read verse 15 again. It says, insomuch that they brought forth the sick into the streets and laid them on beds and couches, that at least the shadow of Peter passing by might overshadow some of them. Hey, it says the sick, he brought forth the sick into the streets, man. You know, so hey, like I was saying before, we never know who may come, you know, and needing to be healed, you know, through the strength and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and the Lord might put the spirit on us to have spiritual powers and heal the sick, man. You know, so we never know. It says that at least the shadow of Peter passing by might overshadow some of them. You know, so Peter was while he was out, hey, that's showing you that Peter was shining his light into the world, man. You know, it says, I'll reread that again, man. It's heavy. It says that at least the shadow of Peter passing by might overshadow them. So they were hoping that even the shadow of Peter, you know, went over them, so that they can be healed, man. It just shows you how well, that's a perfect precept on showing you how well Peter was liked, man. You know, and it's the same with us, and that's how the same way we have to carry ourselves, man. You know, it's verse 16. There also came a multitude out of the cities round about into Jerusalem, bringing sick folks and them which were vexed with unclean spirits, and they were healed, every one. You know, so hey, we encounter people with unclean spirits on each and every day, man. You know, as we about to go out to the highways and byways and prophesy, we see unclean spirits. You know, hey, but it says here that they were healed, man. You know, so we're gonna heal unclean spirits, man. We're not just gonna, of course, you know, you got a large number or an enormous number of people are gonna die, you know, through famine, through the pestilence, through the missiles, or whatever it may be. But also, it's still a large number that is gonna be saved as well, man. That's to this very day have unclean spirits on them, man. You know, and it's up to us, you know, to carry that light into the world and to shine it and to show them that we have the truth, man. You know, but you know, I just wanted to touch on that topic, you know, and I hope this lesson was edifying to and sincere brother. I'm gonna go ahead and close out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule and teach well. And until the next time, Shalom.